I've got a giant mulberry tree, and in the early summer, it makes so much fruit, I hardly know what to do with it. So we came here to the brewing supply store. Oh, hey guys. We're gonna make some mulberry wine today. We got this nice wine making kit. We're gonna open it up, see what's inside. Wow, looky there. We got a 1 gallon jug. A bucket. A hydrometer for measuring specific gravity. That'll tell you how much alcohol is in there. Here's a siphon. Tube, a lid, an airlock to keep out bacteria and nasty viruses and bugs and sneezes. Here's an instruction manual, that could come in handy. Recipes. A mesh bag. It's the same on both sides. This plug's part of the airlock. Ooh, and a mystery bag full of powders and chemicals and things. Let's see what's in there. Wow, look at that. It's Fermate K, a delicious food for yeast. And here's the yeast. That's an EC118. That means something. FT Blanc soft, we're not going to be using that today. And Campton tablets, those will kill all the wild yeast on the fruits. Acid blend, tartaric and malic acid, so to give you a more complex flavor. Some pectic enzyme to make the wine clearer. And an acid sanitizer to make everything clean.
Onion wine?
Okay guys. We're gonna sanitize our primary vessel here. This is just a bucket. We're gonna pour in our mulberries after we get it all clean. So we're gonna start by filling this up. This is 2 gallons. And we're gonna add about 1/2 ounce of this sanitizer. Now this stuff can be very dangerous, so don't touch it. That's why I'm wearing a glove. Just 1. We're going to sanitize our masher. And a little airlock using at the top. Well, we don't need the airlock for this step. There's a hole in the cap, so we're going to plug it up with the lock. Now don't use your sanitizer on wood. That's why I'm holding this guy in and not dropping him all the way. You need to touch everything about 1 minute with the sanitizing solution to make it work. And when you're done, don't rinse it off. Let it air dry. It's okay. We need 4 pounds of mulberries. That is a lot of mulberries. Your fingers will be purple and it'll take forever. But it's fun. Here we go, mulberries in our primary vessel. Get ready to squish them. Now, if you'd like to make a cleaner, even fancier wine, you could take the stems off of every single mulberry. But I wasn't too worried about it. We're just gonna squish it up and we'll strain them out later. Here comes 4 cups of sugar. That's a lot of sugar, I know, but yeast loves sugar and yeast makes alcohol, so here we go! Pectic enzyme time. Now we put this in when we've just crushed the fruit. It's gonna kind of break up the fibers and get out even more juice. Acid. This is just for flavor. People like tart stuff. Here's that fermented K. It's a bit of a boost for the yeast. Like giving them dessert before dinner. We're gonna add about 4 cups of water just to top it off, make sure we got a full gallon. We're gonna heat up that water just a little bit, get it kind of warm. Give all these things that we added a chance to marinate together. Campton tablets. These are gonna sterilize this. Basically take out all the wild yeast, bacteria, that kind of thing. They also help to get rid of the chlorine. Giving everybody a nice stir so they can be good friends. Put a little water in the airlock just to keep it sealed up. Oop, a little too much. "24 hours later. It's yeast time, using some hot water to sterilize the spoon. Gonna add this yeast that's pretty good for wild fruit wines. In they go. Live, little buddies, perform your primary function of converting carbohydrates to alcohol and carbon dioxide. You can do it! Five days later. All right, time to transfer our mash from the primary fermentation vessel into the secondary fermentation vessel. This beautiful 1-gallon jug. We're going to transfer our must into a demijohn. So we're going to pull out all the crushed fruit and all the little pits and stems that are left and start to clear it out here in our secondary fermentation. We're using this mesh bag inside the funnel to strain out all the fruit, all the stems. Works great. Mash, mash, mash. Squeeze out all the extra juice. Now you're probably going to need to clean out your filter bag while you're doing it. There's a lot of extra fruit. And we've got to the hard part. Make sure you don't fill your demijohn up too far. This ought to be just about perfect. All right. There we go. We've got our airlock on. Now we're gonna let this sit for 1 more month. Then we're gonna rack it into a demijohn just like this to pull out more of the fines that are gonna settle. 2 months later. We've got our siphon and our airlock pieces and a tube all sanitized, ready to go. Gotta figure out how to get that tube on the end of the siphon. It works better if the tube is warm. There we go. In she goes. A little bit full, kind of spilled a little. Hee. Prime that pump a couple times, get it going. Success! When you're siphoning, you need to hold the full bottle higher than the empty one so that the bottom of the siphon is lower. That's the secret. Gravity. There we go. We did it. I'm gonna fill up that airlock again. Put that right back on the top. There you have it. Racked. When you're done, you'll be left with a bunch of sediment, yeast, extra seeds, a little bit of fruit skin, whatever's left. Now this stuff isn't bad for you, so we're gonna take a little taste. Cheers. Ooh, that's not bad. 1 month later. All right, we're gonna bottle up this mulberry wine. We've got our demijohn up here, full of the wine, and a bunch of bottles here, swing top bottles. We're gonna put them right in there. So, we have our siphon. It has been disinfected. I'm gonna pop it right in. Now I don't have a valve for this siphon, so once we start, that's it. We just gotta pop them in and out of the bottles. There's gonna be a little spill. That's why I've got a tray underneath my bottles to stop it. Okay, ready? Here we go. Okay guys, so we have sanitized these little grommets for the bottles. And now we slip them right over this. Once we seal up these bottles, we're going to put it away for about a year. But we're going to have a little taste first. Cheers, everybody. It really tastes like a red wine. A little fruitier. Obviously, it's made out of mulberries. A little bit of a green taste. Kind of mustardy. I like it.